Hey guys, it's Sasha. Last night, Changpeng Zhao, the mysterious CEO of Binance, really fucked up, and it's funny because this was extremely obvious coming from a mile away, but crypto bros just can't help themselves. When they see an opportunity to commit gigantic fraud, they jump right in and take advantage of this opportunity, and I know a bunch of you Binance fanboys are going to turn up to drool about how amazing the CZ guy is. The mysterious guy in charge of a company with no actual physical address that manages billions of dollars of customers' money with no public record of their financials or any kind of audit. Just before you go into the comment section to spout some drivel to tell me I don't know anything about crypto or tell me to have fun staying poor or whatever other shit, try watching the video first because this is seriously dirty. So yesterday the CZ guy goes and tweets audited proof of reserves, transparency, #Binance. And he links to a TechCrunch article with the title, Binance's Bitcoin reserves are fully collateralized according to auditing firm Mazars. And the slight problem with this headline is that it is completely false and totally full of shit. And I am going to show you just how bad the situation with Binance is. Strap in. So the thing that CZ was referring to was this 5-page report that Mazars published yesterday. And the thing is, Mazars is a large and generally well-respected global accounting and auditing company. So I have no idea why the fuck they agreed to do this report. Well, I actually do have an idea. I think the main reason starts with a dollar symbol and ends with many zeros. But anyway, remember CZ said that this is an audited proof of reserves. The big fucking problem here is that it is neither audited nor proof of anything. You can see right here on the first page it says, we have conducted the AUP engagement in accordance with the international standard blah 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 blah. An AUP engagement involves us performing the procedures that have been agreed with Binance and reporting the findings which are the factual results of the AUP performed. So this is not an audit, not any kind of an inspection. It is a smoke and mirrors pretend piece of paper that means absolute jack. We make no representation regarding the appropriateness of the AUP. We got paid to create a piece of paper. We don't want to know why. Don't tell us. We just took the money and did it. This AUP engagement is not an assurance engagement. So yeah, the word not here implies that it could possibly, maybe not actually be an audit. Accordingly, we do not express an opinion or an assurance conclusion. Don't sue me, bro! Had we performed additional procedures, other matters might have come to our attention that would have been reported. The ultimate get out clause. There's probably a giant load of dog shit if you actually happen to look deeper into Binance, but if and when that comes out, do not come to us. We didn't see it. So now that we have established that this audited proof of reserves is in fact not audited or a proof, there is a helpful list here of what these guys actually did. And I know it sounds kind of boring, a long, boring table, but seriously, you have to read it. It's one of the dumbest things that I have seen. Number 1, obtain from management the asset balance reports for the in-scope assets as of the end of the day on the 22nd of November. The date is important. That list and quantify the nominal balances of all customers' in-scope assets held by Binance. So Mazars went to Binance and said, give us a piece of paper that says how much of your customer money you've got. We will then look at this piece of paper and it says, it's all there. Trust me, bro. And that is conclusive evidence. Note, there is no verification on any checks happening here at all. It just says obtain from management. What's in number 2? Number 2 is obtain from management a full listing of all in-scope assets, public keys addresses that constitutes the nominal balances included in the asset balance reports referred to in procedure 1. There is no checking any databases. There is no making sure that all the customers' assets are included here. Just go and ask Binance for what the list of the crypto wallets where customer money sits is, and that shall be the truth. Independently obtain the nominal balance of each public keys addresses obtained as part of procedure 2 from their respective blockchains. And number 4, compare the total nominal balance of each blockchain's in-scope asset obtained in procedure 3 to the asset balance reports obtained in procedure 1. So, steps 3 and 4, check that the numbers they gave you on one piece of paper match up to the numbers they gave you on a different piece of paper. They in no way check whether the numbers numbers on the pieces of paper have any bearing on reality, have any relevance to what the actual customer funds that Binance does or does not hold are. It's just saying, look, the thing they printed on this paper lines up with the thing that's printed on this paper. Bang! It all adds up perfectly. And step number 5 is basically to check that Binance actually owns the wallets that they have provided in this list. And that all sounds great until you actually look at what data Binance shared with Mazars. Because at the end of this report is a list of the addresses that were provided. There's 3 BNB addresses, 4 BSC ones, 9 Bitcoin ones, and 4 Ethereum ones. Okay, so let's go and look at this blog post that Binance published 12 days before the date on which this data was checked by Mazars. It says, our commitment to transparency, fuck me. As part of Binance's ongoing commitment to transparency and fostering trust in the ecosystem, we're sharing details of our hot and cold wallet addresses, blah-de-blah-de-blah, scroll down. This is not a complete set of data, which will be shared later in the full audited report. I guess this is the audited report we're looking at, maybe? But wait, this list here has $17.6 billion in USDT. Let's go look at the report again. Oh, it's not there. Wait, back to the blog post. There's another 21.7 billion of BUSD. Did Mazars check this one? This stable? Did they forget? They did forget. Oh, an honest mistake, I guess. What's $21.7 billion between friends? Oh, and there's another $601 million of USDC on here, and that's not in the report either, so I guess they accidentally, completely by mistake, forgot to let these guys look at $40 billion worth of shit on their balance sheet. It happens, we all make mistakes, right? But wait, it gets so much worse, because a quick look on CoinMarketCap says that Binance has $59 billion worth in total assets. So the report conveniently forgets to even look at 40 billion out of that, but scroll down a little and there's a giant load of shit coins and shit tokens that are completely ignored too. These are mostly pump and dump scams, so they don't really carry any actual value anyway. But look, there's a cool $521 million of Shiba Inu sitting here, and it's not printed on the blog post, and it's not in the Mazars report. There's another $260 million of TUSD also missing from both, and if you scroll down more, it just starts adding more and more and more. 150 million of this thing, and another 135 million of the same thing, and another 135 million of the same thing in a different wallet, and 113 million of this other thing, and 92 million of whatever the fuck this is, and 81 million of this, how do you pronounce this? Is it cunt? You get the point. So Binance themselves don't bother saying anything about what the deal with these random tokens and coins is. And of course, they didn't ask Mazars to look at it either, because why would you? But wait, it actually gets worse from here. Because look, in their own post on November 10th, Binance published 4 Bitcoin addresses, and the letter from Mazars has 9 different Bitcoin addresses. One of the addresses in their blog post does not appear in the report, and 6 of the ones in the report do not appear in the blog post. Massive transparency. Look at this one, ending in EXB. And the blog post says that this address has 125,000 Bitcoin in there, but if you look the wallet up, it somehow only has 68.2 thousand Bitcoin. Half has gone missing. Where did it go? So you can see that on November 18th, they sent 127,000 Bitcoin out of that wallet to this other address ending in RP6. And that RP6 address is in the list that Mazars had looked at. So Binance moved money from one of their wallets to another one, and both of them are available to Mazars. What's the problem, right? Well, a few days after November the 22nd, which was the cutoff point for this report, Binance actually went and moved all of the money out of that RP6 wallet and sent it to this other wallet ending in 3EQ. So Binance went and moved a cool $2 billion out of the wallets that they publicly declared to a completely unknown random wallet a few days after proving that they of course have all the money. And CZ said this is part of the proof of reserve audit. Apparently, Mazars asked them to move $2 billion to a random wallet to prove that they have control of the original wallet. But wait, Let's go back to the Mazars report, because in item number 5, it says one of the things they might ask is perform instructed movement of funds where management is instructed to move a specific amount from a public key address on a specific time and obtain the transactional hash to verify the instructed transaction on the respective blockchain and or blah, 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 blah. So I guess this is what CZ is referring to, but wait, there is a bit of text down here that says the combination of the above procedures corroborates that Binance has ownership over the private keys associated with the public key addresses referred to in procedure 2 and controls the funds held in the public key addresses at the end of the day on the 22nd of November 2022. So all the transactions and verification steps, including assured balances, were only checked up to the 22nd of November, but this move of the $2 billion happened 6 days later on the 28th of November, and it went to a wallet that was not part of this review. So there was no check that Binance even owned the wallet to which they moved $2 billion. This is a bit like asking your parents to put some money into your bank account when you're applying for a mortgage, printing off a statement showing, hey, you've got loads of money, and then sending it immediately back. It's actually a whole lot worse than that. According to CZ, Binance's Bitcoin reserves are fully collateralized, except, the $2 billion that is now missing in the wallet that was not part of the review that Mazars did, and except for the $40 billion that Binance just forgot to include in the list of addresses that they supplied to Mazars, and except for the billions of dollars of shitcoins that they also forgot to include. Oh, and they forgot to include a bunch of their ETH wallets as well, including the biggest one. See, this one ending in 3E8 with 2 million Ethereum in it. Well, yeah, they accidentally forgot to include that wallet in the list they provided to Mazars. They really should fire the fucking intern that supplied these accounts. A few too many honest mistakes worth 2 or 40 or whatever billion dollars being made. Oh, and they forgot to include the 2 biggest BNB accounts that hold almost all of their BNB as well. So you might naturally wonder how this attempt to be transparent came out to be a complete, utter load of bullshit. And could it be a sign that perhaps Binance is hiding something? I guess someone could argue that the wallets that were not included are not customer funds, so maybe they did not need to be audited. But if that's true, that means that the vast majority of Binance's balance sheet is made up of not customer funds, so presumably money that belongs to Binance. And if that is the case, because Binance charges relatively low fees, I presume they didn't collect the 10s, 40 billion, 50 billion, whatever it is, from those fees. And the only other possible explanation, if this was true, which it isn't, is that all of this is a product of a giant pump and dump, where crap like BNB tokens were artificially pumped to the moon, sold to people to buy all this other stuff, which then let Binance effectively print tens of billions of dollars out of thin air. According to CZ, Binance don't owe any loans to anyone, in his own words. And you know it's true, because instead of publishing their accounts like any normal financial company or having an actual audit rather than this fucking piss take, he says you can ask around. What the actual fuck? And just thinking out loud, just thinking about applying the gray matter, if you have no loans at all, you owe nothing to anyone, why is doing an independent audit of zero harder than this? Unless, of course, you are completely talking out of your ass. The only thing that seems to be clear here is that Binance is murkier than a peat bog in the middle of a dark forest in misty weather at 2 a.m. CZ has an ego the size of an average Kardashian backside and seems to think that he is better than everyone. Anyone asking any questions or criticizing could just fuck right off because they are a complete dipshit. The big question is, will the authorities in the US and around the world actually get their heads out of their asses and finally do something? Because here we have a completely unregulated company with a service address in the British Virgin Islands, managing billions of dollars of people's money with zero regulatory or financial oversight, absolutely no accountability whatsoever. In the last 12 months, we've already had Voyager, we've had Celsius, we've had Luna, we've had FTX, we've had BlockFi. How much of this shit is too much? When is somebody going to do something? This report from Mazars is not worth the paper it's written on. Binance is laughing in the face of every one of their customers and sticking a giant 2-finger salute at the regulators. The massive red flags are so obvious, piling right up, and I am sure if Binance goes down at some point in the future, maybe if a load of the money goes missing mysteriously when there is a run on Binance, perhaps if Bitcoin has another sharp drop in value, everybody is going to be massively surprised again. I guess if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, but this is getting ridiculous.